Hello, and this is jwsolarusa. Um, this is gonna be the second phase on the the ARGUS switch mode battery charge controller, battery charger. Um, this will be part two. So, I said the last time, this is a charger that is really good for batteries for a standby, or if there might happen to be a problem, power failure or anything of the sort. As I was saying on the first video, if you didn't watch the first video, go back and watch the video. At least this part two is gonna make complete sense to you. Okay, so this is the device I'm gonna be talking about again today. So if you happen to just join us or join tuned to my channel right now, is the ARGUS battery charger technologies 010-523-523-20. This is a battery charger, and you can able to use this charger for different applications here. It works on a 12 volt, 24 volt system. I had already have a few questions the last time if they have a 48 volt system. Like I said, I wasn't sure about that because I suppose, but I never checked for 48 volt system. This is what I check. This is what I was interested on, and that's what I got. So this one can do a different. It can do a 12 volt or 24 volt system. Just a matter of switching jumpers on the back of this panel right here. So you can be able to do that. Okay. So starting on the input power, this charger takes in 120 volt slash 240. 240 is mostly for international voltages, Europe and other places in the world. So you can able to utilize it on 120 volts for US and Japan and I think China and other countries. You can able to use this thing for that, and all over the world. And it takes 5.6 volt on 120 volt, and 2.6 amps at 240. So folks, this is the thing, like I was talking about voltages. The higher you go, the lower the amps. So we in America, we using 120 volt, and it's taking in a 5.6 amps, which is when you go international, the 240 volt is 2.6. This is the one whole concept about high voltages we were talking about, or other people are talking about on the internet, on YouTube and all the other channels. The higher the voltage, the more efficient the device is gonna be. So look at that. It's a 5.5 amps you drawing at 120 volt, and 240 volts is just 120 times 2 gives you 240 at 2.6 amps. So this is the thing that people normally, other people on YouTube or other channels, they got from, they start at 12 volts and they go to 24 volts and they go a 48 volt. You're probably gonna think that why people can't be just satisfied with 12 volt system. We all do things as we want, and which is applicable for you. Some people want a 12 volt because of it's just they can go to the store and can get parts, something burnt out like a fuse or whatever, relay or switch or whatever light bulb, they can get it. But 24 volts started going up. Now sometimes you have to order that because you can't just get it. You have to go online and wait for a few days and get it back. So some people choose to go with a 48 volts, which is very efficient. So if this machine would have been a 48 volt system, the amp probably approximately would be an amp or something is taken from this. So if we keep on going, at a higher voltages, it drops. For example, here, when you run this device into a 24 volt, 12 volt system, you get a 20 amps that goes to the battery. Remember, when you go on a parallel, you gain more amps and low voltage, which is a 12 volt system. And when you go with a 24 volt, the higher the voltage, the lesser the amps. So now this device only charge at a 10 amp. So you see how it goes. So you keep on, it would have been like a 48 volt, approximately would have been maybe 5 or 4 point something amps for charging the battery at a higher volt and lower amperage. Okay, all right, so let's go to I'm gonna show you the internal system of this device. So I will take this cover, as I already took the screws. This is how it looks like. So this is the internal of this device. So if you look at the device closely, here is the battery, the positive and the negative right here. So this is the load part of it. Okay, so you connect your batteries, the inputs comes in here to the battery, from the battery here, and output here. Okay, this is the input from the AC. It has 2 fuses right in there. See that? Okay, this is the AC part of it, the L1 and L3 right here. I hope you guys can see that. It has a little transformers in here. And the other side here is for the temperature compensation, which is the temperature probes right here. I hope you guys can read that. So this is where the gray cable comes to play right here. That goes to the battery, the positive side of the battery. See that? You see that? So a whole lot of features you can do on this stuff. This is the 12 volt side. And 24 volts. So all you gotta do to this device to get it to be a 24 volt and a 12 volt system is just a matter of changing the jumpers here. See the jumpers right here? These are the jumpers right here. Okay? Okay, there we go now to the manual here. It's saying the ARGUS battery charger employs a high frequency switch mode conversion techniques to provide a full regulatory and isolate DC output to AC mains. This unit provides external connection from input, output, and alarm interface. These units are available in 12 single out, 24 volt single out, and 1224 a dual output mode. See that? This thing is really powerful. It's a powerful machine. It depends what you want to do with it. Okay, I'll let you guys read the other part of them and see exactly what this thing can do. This thing can really switch within a few seconds if there is any you see here it said the transfer process connecting the battery to the load. This hardware controlled and so transfer can occur within in the event of a microcontroller is not functioning. And check this one out again. The transfer circuit with the connection would connect the batteries to the load in a less than 1 millisecond from the time the voltage at the output of the charger. Connect the load drops to 11.5 from a greater than a 12.0. See, this is how people normally like it's just like when you have your outback system. You know, when your batteries, if you program it like you have your mate and all that stuff, and you decided to program it like, okay, if the batteries go down to a certain voltage, I want you to connect back to the grid so that you can recharge the batteries if the power probably the battery power went down to the lowest that you don't want to ruin your batteries, and it's not even a daytime, maybe it happened at night. So this device can connect back to the grid and charge the batteries by itself. It's like a transfer switch, like a inverting, you know, just like the same, almost the same technology they put on an outback system. So like one of my viewers just figured it out because I'm trying to show you guys how this thing work, and I have a smart viewer or a smart subscriber that almost figured out this thing, because on my first video what I explained, it just makes sense to him, which I gave him a credit for. That would be Chris Duyar from Oklahoma City. And he said, this is what he said. He said, this device can just work just like an Outback integrated system, which doesn't have the charger built into it. You can buy the standard one without charging. You know, the one you have, the one that invert, that you can sell back to the grid, and it has a charger built into it to charge the batteries as well. So this device can do the same thing. So if you end up, you have an Outback system, you don't want to spend too much money on the one that can do that and charge the batteries. It's a power inverter. It charges the batteries and it can invert the power back to the grid. So some of them has a features that it can invert, it can sell back to the grid, and it's an inverter as well, but it doesn't have the charging capability inside it. So if you have this device, you can able to utilize this device as a charger, just like that Outback, the one of the features that was missing from it, and this one has it. So you can able to integrate this one with your Outback system. The output from the load here that goes to the Outback. So what you do in this case is just a matter of getting the two wires that comes from the batteries. You know, batteries, they are connected here. So these batteries goes to these cables goes to the battery, while you have the load from here going to the input of your outback system. So instead of taking the battery wires, the input from your outback system or whatever device you have. I'm just talking about outback because I have an outback, so that's what I'm talking. Doesn't mean I'm trying to be biased here, no midnight solar or whatever or anything. But this is the thing: if you have the outback inverter, so you connect these wires. You can change these wires. These are just 8 gauges wire I put here for just a low batteries that I'm gonna probably it's just 24 volt, no higher amperage. I'm gonna just test into it. It's already wired. You can see the wires here and all the I have an Anderson connection over there. Is a fuse, and this is a sensing wire. Right, where did it go? The gray wire goes for the sensing battery temperature compensation. So this is what you do. You take this side from the batteries, feed it to the charger, and the charger output here, see the load side goes to the inverter of your outback or any whatever stuff you have or the machine you have. So it's gonna be taking power. This one get plugged to the grid, and as soon as it senses that as a power failure, the grid went down simultaneously. As soon as the grid goes down, this device acts like automatic transfer switch. So this switch, this part is on the battery. This load side kicks in within 1 millisecond. So you can't even see that transfer. It's just like a blink of an eye. Before a blink, it's just like a blink of an eye. You can't even imagine how fast that thing's gonna. That thing will just connect right away from your batteries. Start using your batteries right away as a backup. So I'll talk about this in a different application because people have some batteries, they use it just for standby. They never use them for anything for the house or whatever. They just have batteries. They have a charger, a trickle charger, charging these batteries constantly without being used. And they don't want generators, they don't want solar, they don't want wind, but they have in case of emergencies, like people that had kids that with a critical medical situation, some people that use oxygen thing to help them breathe or whatever other stuff, devices they might need, they can be without electricity. So this is a good device for them as well. If you don't want to put solar panels, some people like the solar panels. They like the power from solar, but they don't like the looks of the solar. So that really kind of weird, but everybody has his own choices, whatever they want to do, like I said on my videos. So I don't blame them. I don't criticize them for what they want. But this is what this system can do. Different tasks. If you really know about electronics or you're electronically inclined, you can able to do a lot of stuff with this machine. But I'm planning different things. I'm trying different things I'm gonna be using these machines for. Okay, like I said, these are the jumpers here. You can move them. See, it can do a dual purpose. Can do a 12 and 24 volts. When you bridge, it can take one and stick the other one that gives you a 24 volt system. So it depends to your application, depends to your battery bank, it depends what you want to charge. Okay, so this is a great feature, and you can able to do like a alarm, battery alarm, like a when you have like camera system gives you alert for everything. You can able to connect this stuff right here and temperature sensor right here that tells the system, say, hey, don't pour too much current into this battery because they're getting so warm, or they're getting too hot. Instead of the batteries being overcharged, the temperature sensor, just like any on midnight solar out back or anything, it tells the charger slow down. Don't throw too much voltage into the batteries, into bulk, or float or whatever. It tells it, say, hey, you can't do that too much, slow down, put more current, or just stay on this speed. So that's what this temperature sensor, temperature probe compensation is for. So I put these wires right here for just, it's not like a big battery bank. I'm not going to stick it right now into my battery bank because it's just, I have some batteries here. 4 of them I was going to put into a 12 volt and 24 volts connection. I have 4 of them I want to connect right now, but that will be the next series. Like I said, I just want to open up this machine that you guys can able to see what this machine can do. I can't do all the video at once because it's going to be a long videos, but if it worth for someone just to want to learn, you want to know more about this machine, and if you know more stuff about this machine I don't know, please feel free to give me a positive comment and response, and maybe you have a different way or different idea how you can work this machine. We are here to share ideas and teach each other how things go. YouTube is a family channel. You give me, I give you, or some people are just givers and some people are just takers. They don't even share their ideas. But the thing is, let's help each other. There is someone out there who might probably had the opportunity or have he can able to have his hands on into machines like this, or maybe they don't even know how it operates. So say, I don't care, I don't know what that machine does. But it might be someone on YouTube or somebody else who has stuff like this want to get rid of, or maybe they put them on clearance or whatever. These are just it's not like anything you can just buy. This is like a high-end machines. This you can buy it if you really bought, for big companies and all that kind of stuff. And these are just not just a little things. You can see they all have a rack mount. You can able to mount them. It's a 19 inches rack mount. Just like you can do all your applications. It's gonna be like a tall rack mount, and just like a radio room, like I was saying, a computer system backup, data servers, and repeaters, and television transmitters. They work with all this kind of stuff. This is a high-end machine, high-end products. These are not cheap machines. But anyway, you might be lucky to have the opportunity to get your hands on into that kind of stuff. Since I'm able to have some of this stuff, and I don't just want to keep the idea to myself. I want to pass it on to everybody else, and who might be interested. If you're not interested, or this is too much for you, well, you might probably want that in the future, or maybe you learn or listen, or if you don't like it, please let the other people that are really interested utilize the information. I don't know everything, but as far as I know, I just want to pass on what I know to the people who are interested into stuff like this. But if you like, thumbs up, subscribe, and pass it on to family members who are probably electronically inclined, and probably you can find something of this. You can ask your brother, sisters, your cousins, or whosoever to help you out to understand some of these things. Or maybe you guys can teach me too. But I have manuals here. I can able to go through them and whatever I want to do. But as far as these videos are going, it's gonna be a series. This is how I'm gonna stop for today, and it's gonna be a part 3 coming up for this particular ARGUS battery charger technologies 010-53-20. Okay? And this is JW Solar USA. Thanks for listening and thanks for subscribing. If you haven't been a subscriber yet, please try to be one. And thumbs up to the videos. I can take any kind of comments. If I can answer your question, I'm sorry. But if I don't get back to you so fast, don't think I forgot about you. I'm always here. Always spread the good work and let's love one another. God bless. You have a wonderful day. Thank you.